Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of Radiant Central, and I'm your host, Natasha St. Michael, and thank you so much for joining me. So over the weekend was Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day to everyone. And over the weekend when I was celebrating it with my husband and my daughter, it got me thinking of just how much my life has changed over the past few years. In a very short period of time, I moved to Bali and I met my future husband and we got married and we had a child, and my life is majorly changed. And it just got me thinking about how much my life has changed and also what my life was like before all those changes. And then I also started thinking about an email someone had sent me, I guess maybe over a year ago. And they were asking me specifically if all the big life changes that I've gone through, if any of that had to do with getting off of a raw vegan diet. And they were saying that at the time that I moved to Bali was also a time when I found out I had the vitamin B12 deficiency and a very severe deficiency that I decided to add in animal foods into my diet, get off of the raw vegan diet, and also include even some cooked foods into my diet. And shortly after that, I did meet my future husband, and I got married and had a baby. And when the person sent me this email asking me if any of those big life-changing big events in my life had anything to do with getting off of the diet, my initial reaction to it was, oh, no way. It doesn't have anything to do with the raw vegan diet and getting off of that. But over time, looking back, I do see that connection. And I thought that's what I'd talk about today, is seeing how when I let go of certain expectations of certain things and let go of being always perfect and letting go of controlling things, did things finally start moving in my life and moving in a direction that I wanted, where I could actually start achieving things I wanted to achieve, or living a life I wanted to live. And when I look back at when I got off the raw vegan diet, it was not so much getting off of a raw vegan diet, it was just getting off of a lifestyle that I limited myself with, that I expected such high perfectionism with, that I saw things one way and no other way. And the moment I kind of let go of that and open myself up to other things, did a lot of other things start flooding into my life. And possibilities started opening up, and opportunities started arising, and all sorts of stuff. And looking back now, it just reminds me just how much a lot of times we get stuck, or at least I get stuck in perfectionism and liking to control things and having such high expectations of everything that it limits me. And at the same time, I've seen how there's a big difference between having high expectations and having high standards. And perhaps that's something that I want to talk about today, because I see that a lot of times when we're trying to achieve something, if we maintain the high standards, but we let go of the expectations, things start happening. But the moment we have such high expectations of everything and it having to be controlled and having to turn out a certain way, and that we need to be controlling everything, the whole process and the outcome, that's when things can backfire. And so I thought I'd mention this today, perhaps to anyone that is trying to make changes in their life, or they're trying to pursue new things, or they're looking to meet the partner of their dreams, or to move on to trying new things within their life or within their career, or whatever it is that they're trying to achieve. To ask yourself what your standards are and what your expectations are, and if any of that is standing in your way. For myself, I've always been able to see that if I hold on to my standards, but I let go of the expectations, things happen. And things happen perhaps in a different way than I expected them to happen, but in perhaps even a better way. And that's a big thing that I've seen, is that I've always held on to my values and how I want to be and who I am, and sort of the level of quality in my life. When I hold on to that, but let go of how I expect it to happen and how I think it should happen, then the magic appears. And so that's what I want to leave you with today, is to think, how are you limiting yourself, or what might be standing in the way as to how you are planning things or thinking of things or expecting of things. And perhaps if you put that aside and just go for what it is you want without knowing how the outcome is going to be and without planning the outcome, to see what happens. All right, so that's my little tip for today. And I'm wishing everyone a super fabulous day, and I'll see you again soon.